All right, so I've got Kim Richardson here, and we are at the event for KRTS and Challenger, that launching the Challenger Truck Training Academy. Did I get that right? Challenger Transportation Training Academy. Okay, we'll get this by the end of it. Anyway, how are we doing today?
Doing great, Bruce. Thank you. Thanks for being here, man. It means a lot.
Congratulations. This is a big event, and you guys got to be really excited. So give us an overview of how this program's going to work.
Well, I mean, basically, the Challenger Transportation Training Academy is white labeling the KRTS service when it comes to AZ training, and we've been partners in business for a long time, and this is just taken to another level. So, I mean, the way I'm explaining it is first class training, first class company, first class pay. So they're going to have a great opportunity. Everyone that comes in this program is going to have a great opportunity for a great career.
And this is the big launch day today, but you guys have been working on this for, it sounds like, a couple of years from what I was hearing.
Yeah, we started talking about this, they said earlier on a year, but it's been a couple of years. It all started with a conversation around the breakfast table at a conference down at Truckload Carrier Association. We then signed an NDA, so we couldn't tell anyone but our grandmas, and away we went. So it's been a couple of years in the making, and our team is resilient at KRTS, and Dan and the founder of Challenger and their team, and they're resilient, and we just kept moving things along, and today we're ready to go. They signed their first student today.
Yes.
It's pretty cool stuff.
Now, how will it work? Will people go to KRTS and then come to Challenger? Will people get hired on with Challenger first, then go through the school, then come? How do you guys see this?
So take a look at this as being its own separate identity school. Obviously, KRTS is in Caledonia, and we also have a relationship with Zavcor, another school in the Niagara Peninsula. So, we see this as a little bit of a model for us moving forward. When we were talking about this partnership, we talked about how good they are at moving freight and how good we are at the school business.
Right.
So we don't pretend to move freight, and they shouldn't pretend to be in the school business. So between the two of us, we're going to do some pretty cool stuff.
Well, I tell you, anybody that comes to this school is going to be at one of the best training facilities in the area, right? I don't know what's outside of the province, but I mean, just you can shower, sleep here, do whatever you want, fuel inside like that. You don't get that anywhere.
Bruce, I think that's why it took us some of the time that it did, because, we want the experience to be for anyone who's in Ontario, in Canada for that matter, to be able to come here and be educated and trained with accommodations, with meals. There's going to be no stone left unturned. So we're pretty excited about it.
And you got your first student enrolled. So are they nervous? Like I talked to the student. I think he's a little nervous.
You know what? His dad drives for Challenger, which I think from a generational perspective is really, really cool.
Well, I think we need to send a message to the young people that we are at one of the first class facilities. And I'm going to talk not just transportation, but from any industry that I've seen, even banking, like the offices and stuff here is amazing.
Oh, yeah. This is when Dan built this place. I think it's been well over 30 years now. He's a visionary, and he just embraces challenges, hence the name Challenger. And he's a great leader. I have a lot of respect for Dan, and more importantly, I have a lot of respect for his team and the people that he's surrounded himself with.
And KRTS has been using Challenger equipment in your training for, I'm going to say, a decade. I don't know how long. I'm going by my experience. And that was to get them comfortable when they come on to a place like this. And here now they can come and do it all right here.
Well, that was all, I think, part of the process. We just had such a great relationship. And, when they agreed to help us out with some equipment, so our students, when they come and sit in a Challenger truck and train on a Challenger truck, they want to get an interview at Challenger. So I think that was all part of the process.
Well, this is great. Congratulations to you and your team for being involved with this, because you guys are first-class facility as well. Not to put you underneath Challenger, but you got to admit Challenger's pretty cool. And I think this is going to do a lot for our industry. Do you see this being a model that you think a lot of the carriers may follow in the future?
I'm not sure. We have opportunities to do similar things with other carriers, but our commitment right now is to Challenger and for the future, and we want to make sure that we give the student a first-class experience when they're here, and we're going to be a big part of that.
Well, listen, Kim, thank you so much. And while we've got you on, let's talk. You had a recruiting event. Let's talk a little bit about that. just tell us for 2020. I'm sure you've got it set up because I know you.
We do. Actually, we're moving it to a Thursday, Friday. It's going to be around the same time. So I think it's April 23, 24. The surveys that come back were absolutely remarkable. The speakers were lights out. Our keynote speaker was awesome. And we just sent out all the certificates. So it was a certificate program. We had photos for everybody. Next year's going to be, it's going to be tough, but it's going to be better.
Good. Well, congratulations on that. People can find out about that event at transrep.ca, right?
Correct, yeah.
And then Challenger School is challengertraining.ca if you want to find out more about the school and enroll. Congratulations again. Awesome job and all the best.